Do you know why I almost never hire expensive and unreliable employees to grow my business? Because I can automate the work in a fraction of the time for a fraction of the cost with happier customers and ultimately get more of the time freedom and profit that I deserve from my business. My name's Tony Rudd, and I'm here today to talk to you about my book, The 3-Day Work Week. So in 2015, I'd started in a new position, new role, and I wanted the freedom of being my own boss, the time freedom, the location freedom. So I had to lead a new set of contracts with a new client. And I went from managing, I kid you not, 0 to 45 people in the space of a few days. No learning curve, no growing pains, it was just chaos. And so this led to me working 70, 80-hour weeks. I didn't have any time for, family, my fitness, my health, definitely not any ability to manage my time effectively. So what it came down to is I was struggling with one big thing: managing the workload of all these new people, or could I just automate almost everything I was doing? So I was spending a lot of my time on $20 an hour tasks, no leverage whatsoever. It was an endless cycle of nonstop work, and it sucked. One night, I was sitting in the office, I was watching the sun go down, and I ended up calling an old boss of mine. I definitely look up to him as a mentor. And I told him the situation. He gave me some really good perspective. And I'd spent years in previous jobs optimizing processes, operations, automated everything I could, put procedures in place where I couldn't. And just because these systems weren't in place and now didn't mean I couldn't put them in. Just because there wasn't a role outlined in the company contract didn't mean I couldn't change the rules to suit me and just make them work better. So I guess what he reminded me was, just because things work this way now doesn't mean they got to stay that way forever. And if you have a better way, you can do it a better way. So this whole idea just turned my world upside down at the time. So I started working through everything one by one. I'd figure out from my tasks, where do they fit in the processes, see if there was a better way of approaching it. I'd figure out how to automate them. And when I couldn't figure out how to automate them, then I'd optimize the processes, I'd document it, and I'd find the right person for it. Everything started working better when I delegated and automated. I just started doing this everywhere, delegating, automating everything I could every day, cutting out half hour here, a couple hours there. Before I knew it, I was working 3 days a week, minimal stress, not like the 5, 7 days I was putting before, pulling my hair out. And now with all this free time, instead of working on $20 an hour tasks, I could now start focusing on, like $200 an hour or even $2,000 an hour tasks. So our business kept growing, and we practically doubled our sales in less than 2 years. But my workload didn't even go up a single hour because everything was scalable. I could bring in more managers, I could show them the systems, and everything just worked like clockwork. My team had now grown to 90 people. We were pulling in high 7 figures, almost 8 figures in revenue. And I even started to consult on the side. I was helping other people do this as well to free up their time, increase their profitability. And that's when I realized that I was onto something. What I'd learned was I wasn't able to start making more until I figured out how to work less. Most people are just too busy earning a living to make any real money. And if you're watching this message now, I hope it doesn't take you as long to figure this out as it took me. Because freeing myself and helping others do it too, I'd figured out how to take my work and have it run by other people and machines. And so I call this the freedom through structure method. So here's how it works. So you got to start out with your goals. And you got to figure out exactly what you want, how you want it to be, and what the ideal use of your time is. So these are your key automation indicators for your business. So the next step is to start, taking these processes and put in your plan in place to automate and to delegate. Ideally, you've done everything manually for a while, so you know exactly where you need to fix things right away. And you got a much better idea of what you need to quickly automate and delegate to others. These, $20 an hour tasks you need off your plate versus those key $2,000 an hour tasks that only you can do right to rapidly grow your business. And also, this is big, by the way. What steps can you completely eliminate and get the same or even better results? A lot of people forget this. They waste their time, their money, energy, effort when they could have removed 3 steps, 4 steps, and make things work better, faster, and cheaper. This is one of the keys to success and freedom with the freedom through structure method. Never doing 7 steps what you can do in 2 or 3. So never automate a process that doesn't work perfectly already. Otherwise, just garbage in, garbage out. Never delegate to any tasks that you could just remove completely. And finally, once you've used the freedom through structure method to remove yourself from the boring, repetitive, day-to-day tasks, you'll have given yourself the freedom and time that you truly deserve from your business. You'll finally be able to do what you want, when you want, and how you want, and focus your energy where it has the most impact. So, you need to take some time off, then guess what? You can do it because you have a system that runs without your constant attention. Want to start a new project? You can do it because you've given yourself the freedom to do what you do, so you can do what you want, when you want. And you want to pump your free time and energy into growing the business even faster? Well, guess what? You can do it because you've created a business that works for you, not because of you. So you've created a business that runs without your constant time and attention to grow or survive or stay afloat. No, even better. It's a business that works on your terms. That's the power of the 3-day work week's freedom through structure method. And that's what life looks like after you implement what we show you. So now I've taken this whole framework and I put it into an ebook called The 3-Day Workweek. And so let me just say up front, this is not a magical get-rich-quick automation system. This book is about how to take the automation tools and techniques for success used by some of the best companies in the world and apply them to your business. Turn it into a sustainable business that you can grow and also affords you the lifestyle that you want. So whether it's time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom. So if you're working your butt off in your business, I guarantee you there's at least one thing in this book that's going to help you out. So here's a couple examples of things that you're going to find inside. Page 52, I'm going to describe why you don't have to be an automation expert to make this work. On page 49, I show you the concepts of process management and how you can apply them to your business. On page 41, I walk through the art of building a team that will follow you and grow your business to the moon and back. On page 51, I talk about the best ways to recognize and eliminate unnecessary or complicated steps when you're automating and delegating. On page 20, I explain why and how processes are your ticket to freedom, and so much more than all that. So now, as if that's not enough, I'm going to throw in a few extra things to get you started on regaining your freedom from your business. So I'm going to share with you my total tech automation, so it's the exact tech stack that I personally use, why I selected these tools to automate my very own business and free up my time. Everyone's unique, and so I even show you how to customize this tech stack if you need to for your business. And next up, I'm including my Fast Freedom Guide. So this runs you through key performance indicators, how you can calculate them, and how you can apply them to your business. And lastly, I'm going to give you a 7-day Fast Start video series to get you accelerated onto your journey. So we're going to look at examples of how you can take the principles in this book and apply them to your very own business. So if you're just starting your own business and you want to design it the right way, or if you're in over your head and you need to figure out how to pull yourself out of the day-to-day, click the button below, get your copy of the 3-Day Workweek now while you still can, and get started on your journey to freedom.